In this video, we're going to take a look at using iMovies on an iPad in order to put together and create some training videos. The first thing you're going to want to do is install the iMovies app from the App Store. Once it's downloaded and ready to go, you're good to go and start following this video. Once you open the app, you'll have the simple option of creating a new project. Once you press create a new project, you'll be asked if it's going to be a movie or a trailer that you're making. For this example, we're going to select movie. Once you select a movie, you'll be prompted to select the media that you're going to use to create this movie. Personally, I wouldn't select the media at this stage as it will auto-insert it all to your timeline and it might not be in the order that you wanted it to be in. To get to the next step, simply tap Create Movie at the bottom of the screen. The next screen you'll be presented with is known as the dashboard. And the dashboard is currently broken down into 3 different sections. The top left is a preview screen, the top right is the import media menu, and then the bottom is the timeline for editing. On the top of the timeline there are also some useful buttons. You'll see across to the left that there is a microphone button and a camera button. These buttons are extremely useful as it allows you to insert audio or even take a picture and drop it straight into your video. On the right then is one of the most useful buttons, which is the undo button, which is the little loop with an arrow next to it. This button will undo whatever you last did, perfect for when you're getting started and making those mistakes. Before we can start editing our movies, we of course need to have some media to work with. To kick things off, I'm just going to import a simple image that I can start working with. To do so, I simply select Photos from the media menu on the top right and navigate my way to the photo that I want to use. Once I've found a photo, it simply plonks itself onto the timeline and it's ready for me to start editing. It's important to take a moment at this stage and just scroll through the timeline with a single image in it and get used to the positioning of that white line, because that will be very important later. If we then tap on the image that we just brought into our timeline, a menu will appear from the bottom. This menu has all the functionality for editing, inserting text, applying filters, and even controlling the volume of our audio clips. To the far right of the bottom menu is also the delete button. This is obviously used to remove media from your timeline. For this example, I'm going to add a title to my image. It's a simple process of tapping the Titles button in the menu below and then selecting one of the predefined title styles. I'm going to use the line title style as I think it looks quite clean. Once you select the title, you'll see a further set of options appear below the title. These options allow you to center the title or place it lower or even disable and enable sound effects that come with the titles. For this example, I'm going to keep my title placed lower. Once I'm happy with the settings of my title, I simply tap the text on the preview screen and clear the existing texts to type in my desired text. For this example, I'm going to simulate creating a short tutorial on the YouTube app, so my title should reflect this. Once I've added my text, I can swipe back to the start of my clip and tap on the play button to watch it in action. The next thing I'm going to want to do is add a bit of audio, which will introduce my new training video. To do this, I simply put the white line where I want the audio clip to start from, and then tap the microphone button on the left-hand side of the screen. This will open a preview window showing the sound currently being picked up by the microphone on my device. Give it a little shout and make sure that it's working. Once you're ready to say your introduction piece, you simply tap on the record button within the preview window. You'll get a little 3, 2, 1 countdown to prompt you when to start talking. And when you're ready to stop talking, simply tap the stop button, which is where the record button was originally. You'll then see the audio clip appear below your video clip, and you can listen back to it to make sure that you're happy with how it sounds. The next thing we're going to want to do is add another bit of media to our video now that we have our introduction all finished. To do this, we simply tap the plus icon on the top right corner of the screen, and then we tap the media icon and choose video. Once you've found the video clip that you want, simply tap it and then tap the plus icon that appears on it. The video clip will then also get plonked down into your timeline and you can scroll through to preview it. We can see here that our introduction video is a simple dissolve transition. If we wanted to change the transition that's currently on our video, we can do so by simply tapping the transition icon. Then select the transition that we want from the menu that appears. For this video clip, I'm going to add a simple slide transition. The video clip that I've currently imported is one that I recorded earlier using the iPad screen recording functionality. Chances are, while you're recording, there can be mistakes that happen or things that you decide you want to remove later. To do this, simply scroll your way through the video clip until you find a part that you want to remove from the clip. Once you've found a portion of the clip you wish to remove, you can simply place the white line on it, select the clip by tapping on it, and then select the actions as part of the menu on the bottom. The action menu for a video gives you a few more options than it did for the image earlier. The action we want to perform here is a split, and the split action will simply split the video clip that is currently selected at the position where the white line is. Now I'm going to move the white line again to the end of the portion that I want to cut out from this video clip and perform the same split action. Once I've made the two splits, you can see that the portion of video I'm trying to remove has been isolated to its own little clip. To get rid of this clip, I simply select it by tapping on it, and then tap the delete button at the bottom right of the screen. I want it to look as seamless as possible, so I won't be adding any fancy transitions there. As I said earlier, this clip was recorded using the iPad's built-in screen recording functionality. This means that at the end of the clip, there's going to be footage of me opening up my control center menu and stopping the recording. For a nice clean professional video, I'm going to want to remove this. And I can do so by simply placing the white line at the part of the video that I want to stop and using the split tool and then deleting the leftover footage. An important button that you're going to want to remember here while using splits and deletes is the undo button. And you can see here that if I decided I didn't want to delete that clip after I've already deleted it, I can simply tap the undo icon and have it come back. The same goes for any splits or deletes you might make in error. The final thing I want to add to this clip is an outro. I'm going to need an image for this, so I simply tap back into my media importer, navigate my way to my photos, and select the photo that I want to use. Once the photo is in my timeline, I'm going to select it and put a little title over it again. I'll use the focus title this time. Again, I tap into the text on the preview screen and insert the text that I want to appear for the text box. I'm also going to record a bit of audio, thanking the viewer for watching my video. Again, I just place the white line where I want the audio to start, and then tap on the microphone icon. I'll then press record and say my piece. It's important to note that you can add audio at any stage during your clip, not just at the start and ends, so don't be afraid to voice over entire clips at a time. Finally, I'm going to stick with what I used at the beginning and add a simple slide transition. Once I've added my transition, I can preview the outro and see if I'm happy with it. It's a masterpiece if I say so myself. Once you're done editing your video, and you wish to export the video for sharing it with your learners, it's a case of tapping the Done button on the top left of the screen. You'll then be presented with a screen that lets you preview the video or go back and edit it further. If, however, you've decided you're happy and you want to export it, simply tap on the icon in the middle of the icons at the bottom. Next, select Save Video, and then select the quality that you wish to export it as. I'm going to export this as Full HD 1080p. Then it's just a case of waiting for the progress bar to finish before you can share your masterpiece. You can find your video clip after you've exported it by simply going to your gallery.